But it was Romy in the first encounter in the group stages that seemed to be the more likely of the two to score for large periods of it. And now Guifera, having stopped him early on, can try and come forward with Zeus. Cleared up the pitch though.
That's lovely the way Guifera used Garnacho as a lure, just to make larger the defense of Romy and play for the right winger. Now Romy with the chance. Circe with the super cancel, but now the counter. Bruno Fernandes for Guifera. And now finally, yes, he's connecting with Garnacho, but the pass wasn't the best. Garnacho was not that accurate to receive that ball. Possession for Romy. We've seen a not really demanding start. We'll see if now something different could happen between these two. And it's now the chance, or the mistake from Guifera. Now the almost mini counter from Romy. Bruno Fernandes in the national leading.
It is that player of the week, Bruno. With the finesse, he was so close to goal, it was almost impossible to miss. Goes the way of Romy. Lovely finish.
It was a worse situation defensively for Guifera, especially with the cursor of the, I think it was Lisandro Martinez. I don't know, he lost the control of the defender. He wasn't able to catch that almost easy ball inside the box. Romy went to the grand final.
Well, it took over 100 minutes to split these two. Finally, we have the difference maker, and it is advantage Romy here in the final.
Looking for Rasmus Holland. Nice job for Guifera, giving some breathe and then join the attack to win the header. Sorry, to the spot to win the header.
I think the worst thing we could see really from Guifera, the one thing we don't want him to do is to rush things here. There's plenty of time on the clock. That's really nice though. Slips as he tries to connect with the input.
Yeah, the thing is like Guifera need a perfect scenario to attack, which is accumulate a lot of people on the right hand side, be a 2v1 action, and it takes time. And Romy doesn't need that much. So now seeing that Romy is leading, when now we'll see this one. So what I mean, now that Romy is leading, we'll have more calm. I don't know if Guifera will keep the patience to build up his play as usually, because it's the only way we have seen from him to create.
The tactics are in order.
The favorite ones are joining the attack. Yeah, we see he's changed a little bit, but nothing much. Set pieces are so important, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see if Guifera has prepared something special.
It's Guifera's corner.
The rebound is in.
To Delict, Mainu with some nice super cancelling will keep things alive. Far
nice
side,
one for Matraoui.
Nice footwork to Xerxes, who's offside.
Well, that's a nice idea.
Indeed, good patience there from Guifera following the corner. We don't want him to rush things here.
It's a unique way of play that he has, though. It's forcing those situations. I mean, you never can doubt about Guifera. That's the point. So still a long match to be played. 60 minutes left. It's just have started, so we'll see.
It's definitely a luxury to have when you are trailing. If there are luxuries to have, is that plenty of time remains. No reason to panic just yet. Romy, though, will be over the moon with how he's weathered the storm after scoring the opening goal with the skipper, Bruno Fernandes. Far side now for Guifera. He's looked confident. Hoyland sticking a boot in.
Nice signal from Guifera, now having something new. Great action, unless with a cross. Putting some more extra difficulties to Romy that now is like has turned off his brightness in terms of intensity. So we'll see if that opened the door for Guifera to get the equalizer.
It's been all the two-time world champion since conceding.
Guifera with a chance.
Bruno, lovely back heel. Still alive, is it, for Xerxes?
Almost. He needed an extra pass, Harry. Almost perfect. He's now having a hard time, Romy, playing on full blue. Guifera having the superiority, looking for Madraoui, his main man to start his build-up play. Offside again. Again, the offside. He was a pretty smart lob pass, because if he wins that header, it creates like a room for 3 versus 2 action. Really wonderful when we see the counter target for Romy, because as we see, the stamina of Joshua Zirkzee is going down, so 2 players will remain on top for Romy, and he will just defend with the 3 midfielders plus the 5 center backs. Stamina is really important, especially for Man United, that you have not many options on the bench for sub the 2 strikers, so unless one of them has to be counter targeted, which means he doesn't go to defend, so you will make him have almost full stamina for the whole game.
5 minutes until half-time. They're constantly on top of things, these 2 great competitors, changing sub-tactics and making sure that their players are in fine form.
Nice predict.
Romy wins the ball back. Up to Højlund, who will hold this one up. Bruno Fernandes, the goal scorer.
Go through.
Zirkzee over the top towards Maino, but there will be one last chance here in the first half of the grand final. Looks like it will go the way, will it, of Guifera?
Yeah, Zirkzee winning the header of Madraoui. Could be the last one for Guifera with the long ball to Rasmus Højlund.
Anywhere will do, and into the stands it goes. 45 minutes down, and it is Romy 1, Guifera 0 in the console grand final. 45 minutes stand from Romy and the World Finals by the way of Manchester United. What a story that would be.
Yeah, and a different story that could happen. Why not in the second half? For the moment, Romy having the control of the score, not of the game. That we have seen that right after that mistake, forced or no, of Guifera was enough to make him score and be leading. But we'll see. Second half, Guifera with the kickoff, not winning that header. The clear from Romy, looking for Zirkzee with a yes, wins the ball. Casemiro up in the side for Madraoui. Madraoui not connecting with Bruno Fernandes. Still open so far this final, and it requires a step up for Guifera, the 2 times world champion, if he wants to have a chance to be the Manchester United 2025 club event champion.
Of course, they've switched attacking sides here in the second half. Guifera, who needs a goal, attacking the right-hand goal. Romy will come at the left side. That's really nice towards Garnacho, but as you say, just too much power on that. And I think Guifera will be hoping he can maintain the spells of possession that he had in the first half. But here comes Romy, near side. Madraoui, back to Bruno. Casemiro, back to the skipper, into the feet of Rasmus. Bruno again, this is patient build-up. Casemiro, Zirkzee. Back to the Brazilian.
Oh my goodness!
That's lovely! That is fantastic from Romy!
I saw that coming.
How patient can you be? And how perfect can that pass?
Romy, such a wonderful play. That pass from Casemiro was simply perfect.
Sublime.
Control, finesse, nothing for Onana. 2 goals there from Indonesia for Romy, who is now keep pushing over the limits of Guifera. That now he needs to react. 30 minutes left, Harry. 2 goals down, and a massive score for the Brazilian.
Guifera needs 2. And let me tell you, when we see the highlight of that goal, I hope we can see the 30 seconds leading up to it, because it was so patient from Romy.
Exactly.
Now Guifera into the box and back out of it again with Bruno.
The thing is, like, he's patient because he doesn't join the attack with many players, but he's comfortable with being patient. You know, sometimes you want to say, oh, you need to be more patient. But look at this one, Guifera! Oh! If he can hit a header and score, will change drastically the atmosphere of this grand final. He needs a goal. He needs to push more. The wrong pass now will be Joro for Romy. Oh, Nana with a clear. Ooh, almost deflected. And now the counter for Romy, who needs to make time running faster and faster. He's getting closer to become the champion, but it's not done already. Fault me. Guifera will have a long on a free kick that from there. It's not that bad if he wins the header. But yeah.
Time to call on
2 shots by Romy, 2 goals Harry.
I mean, it's looking like we're on track for yet another success for the nation of Indonesia in eFootball.
Amad Diallo, it seems to be 5-4-1 for Romy. Is it like, I don't need 2 strikers, I'm winning 2 goals up. So it seems to Rasmus Holland be the only one striker now for him. Amad Diallo ins, and same for Guifera, that puts Christian Eriksen to make some magic passes or shooting. That will make an impact into the game, Harry. I mean, someone can. It's Guifera, but his time is lower and lower, the chances to him to get on track for the game and for the victory.
I mean, can you believe this is Romy's first major finals in a global competition? Guifera, though!
Almost lucky for Romy. I think the goalkeeper saved it with the head or with the back. I don't know. Somehow, Romy survived to the first grand chance for Guifera.
It's come 15 minutes from full time. We need to see a goal really soon as possible from Guifera. Big challenge. And Romy will stay on that full blue mentality, that full defensive, as long as he can. That's a big mistake, Mason Mount. He has so much energy here, Mason Mount. 2v1, as you say. Delict for company. It's Highland!
Indonesia will pull a player into their world. The efficiency of Romy in the grand final is simply perfect. Simply perfect. The way he read the game, approach the mistakes, approach his chances overall. Rasmus Holland.
You've played this final perfectly. Guifera still on the charge to get on the score sheet. But the 2v1, if there's a player that you don't want to play a 2v1 against, even though you should and are favoured to score, it's Guifera. You know he'll do whatever he can to put you off. It's almost sometimes more difficult to score those types of scenarios.
Yeah, because you start to overthink around, and yeah, I agree with you.
Truly fantastic, and a worthy champion here today.
5 minutes left plus added on time for Romy.
Why not get more?
A world finalist representing Manchester United, Harry, in a wonderful way, no? No losses today, just a draw against Guifera in group stage, but overall a major show of how to be playing with Manchester United, no, in this game. It's like, I have the feeling he's the one who has read better with the players you have in Manchester United how to play in game. No, this is the way with 5 center backs, but solid, good in attack, smart, wonderful job.
90th minute now in our console final. But let me tell you, we don't need the referee to confirm to us who will be the champion. It has been a complete contrast to when they met in the group stages. They look like two completely different players. And the Indonesian has come up trumps yet again in the grand final. Your champion of Manchester United. World Finals. He will lift the trophy.